Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment.
Gleyber Torres. High fly ball, deep left field. Kemp back, still back, on the track, at the wall. See ya! And Bowers hits one deep to left center field. Going back, Ruiz, still going back. Track, wall, see ya!
Today is May 9th. It's game 2 between the A's and the Yankees. And Aaron Judge was back in the lineup. Welcome back to the captain. My recap and your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Hey everybody, a quick word from today's sponsor. Before we dive into today's episode, let me tell you about Future Fitness. Imagine for a moment having a personal trainer right in your living room. That's exactly what Future offers. When you sign up, you'll have a video call with your trainer who will design a unique fitness plan just for you. Whether you prefer body weight workouts at home or going to the gym, Future's trainers are equipment agnostic and will adapt to your plan accordingly. With voice prompts, video check-ins, and in-app messaging, it'll feel like your trainer is always by your side. They'll help you achieve your fitness goals and keep you on track, even if you need to switch things up once in a while. Future's trainers have worked with everyone from professional athletes to busy professionals, so they know how to meet you where you're at. Use the link in my description and get your first month for just $19. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your fitness journey. Well, so far, this series is going the way it was supposed to go. Yankees pick up the win, and they have won the first 2 games of the 3-game set. We've got an early game tomorrow. And if only we could play the A's every night. It's nice to see the Yankees offense do some damage for once. Offense has been miserable this year, but a night like tonight where it's relatively low stress, I won't say no stress, but relatively low stress was good. You know, I get tired of sweating it out every night. But another win, and to quote Lou Brown, that's 2 in a row. One more, and that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So the day we have been waiting for now over a week has arrived. Aaron Judge was back in the lineup, the big man, feeling good, ready to go. He was a little banged up with his hand also before he hurt his hip, so the rest was probably a positive thing for his overall health. He went 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of ribbies, but now he's back just in time for the weather to heat up, and generally he goes off when the weather heats up. 365 days ago tomorrow, he hit that big walk-off home run against the Blue Jays, and that was really when he just went on a torrential pace for, a couple of months, really. This is the first time all season that we've had Harrison Bader and Aaron Judge in the same outfield. That was expected to be the opening day outfield. In left field, you had Aaron Hicks for a while. Oswaldo Cabrera started out there on opening day, so, it wasn't technically your opening day lineup, but Hicks did get hurt, and they had to shift Oswaldo Cabrera to left field. He started at third base. Also, before the game, the Yankees put Oswald Peraza on the injured list rather than sending anyone down. I'd imagine they activate him and send him immediately back to AAA so that he can get back into a rhythm. It stinks. He hasn't really gotten a great chance to get consistent at bats. We've seen this before. Miguel Andujar, Clint Frazier. You just hope that the Yankees don't screw up another prospect. I do feel confident in his ability, but the right decision really is to send him back down when he's healthy so that he can get back into a rhythm. You don't want him sitting on the bench. Also, minor league guys had a really good night tonight. Austin Wells went deep for the 4th consecutive game at AA. You have to think he's going to be moving up to AAA in the very near future. Jason Dominguez also homered tonight, his 4th of the season. His OPS is up to 790, even though his average is still 184. I've heard that he's been very unlucky, that his batting average on balls in play, or BABIP, is well below his career numbers. That means essentially that he's been unlucky. And if he was hitting at his normal rate, his OPS would be in the 900 to 1,000 plus area. So keep an eye on that. The Yankees may move him along, even though the average isn't great. In a month or two, they might either put him in AAA or, he could be a guy that skips AAA entirely, pretty much like Anthony Volpe did. Yankees don't typically do that, but it does happen. Also, Andres Chaparro went 5 for 5 with a grand slam in Scranton tonight. 10 home runs on the season already. He's got 26 RBIs, and over his last 24 games, he's batting .303. Shout out to Yankees Farm for posting those numbers on Instagram. So finally, when we get done with the recap, I want to do something fun tonight. I generated some cool Yankees-related artwork using some of the latest AI software, and I thought you guys might get a kick out of it. So if you're listening, sorry, you're out of luck. Check it out on YouTube. So Parks and Young, always the optimist, says the Yankees gave up 3 home runs tonight to a guy who had 1 home run coming in. Hey, but you won the game. That's all that matters. And you won a game that Clark Schmidt was on the mound, which is not what you usually do when Clark Schmidt is on the mound, to be fair. He gave up he gave up the first run, and the A's looked like they were giving him trouble in the second inning. He had a good curveball early, but again, he was in and out of trouble. In the third inning, he had to throw more pitches than usual. Gleyber Torres kind of botched another double play ball. I believe that's the third double play that I can remember him screwing up in the past couple of weeks. So he needs to tighten it up in those double-A situations. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Hope that wasn't too loud. Yankees broke out the rare crooked number in the bottom of the third. 5 runs without the benefit of a home run, which is very unusual for this team. Judge reached on an error that tied the game, and then Rizzo smoked a base hit that for sure would have been an out last season with the shift. He's had a number of those, and that's why he's hitting .296. Last year he hit like .220-something. That put the Yankees up 2-1. And then Gleyber Torres picked up a single up the middle to make it 3-1. Another hit that might have been an out last year. He hit so many balls back up the middle that were outs. And with a multi-hit game tonight, he's got an OPS now over 800, going in the right direction, hitting .256. Bader hit a line drive single to make it 4-1. And then Bowers hit a sac fly to make it 5-1. Yankees jumping all over the A's. Now, Aaron Hicks had to come out of the game in the 4th inning with left hip tightness.
He does.
I kid Aaron Hicks. He got on base 3 times this week. I guess his body couldn't handle it. Schmidt gave up a solo home run to make it 5-2, but then the Yankees came right back. Gleyber Torres once again.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
Most impressive.
Second day in a row with a home run for Gleyber Torres. 2-run shot, 6th of the season. That made it 7-2. Bottom 7, Harrison Bader picked up his 3rd hit of the game. He has been red hot since he's coming back, and I'm starting to think that the playoff version that we saw might be the new Harrison Bader. He is hitting .440 since coming back. Unreal. And then Mr. Jake Bowers, somebody who the Yankees believe in, with an Oppo taco.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
Second home run for him, 420 feet. And look, that one was smoked. Was it off a AAA pitcher? Probably. But you don't see a lot of left-handed hitters that can take the ball the other way like that out of the ballpark. So, keep an eye on him. He might be for real. We'll see. I want to see how he does against elite pitching. We haven't really seen him hit elite pitching yet, but you'll take it for tonight. You'll take a little bit of damage. So Jordan Diaz for the A's hit 3 home runs, all of them on sliders. The last one made it 9-5. Volpe tripled in the 8th inning to break an 0-for-17 slide, 2nd triple of the year for him. He's been hitting a lot of balls to the warning track. In a couple of years, those are probably gone, but hopefully soon he starts picking up some more line drives, because it's clear that, those balls that were going out at AAA are coming up just short here in the major leagues. He did score on a Judge sacrifice fly. Welcome back to the captain. And the Yankees hang on to win. I love this. Wayne says, Jake the Rake, keep them coming.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
A lot of Bader fans. And Bowers has real powers. You're a poet.
You're a winner.
All right, we got to give out the belts. Look, there's a lot of guys who could have won it tonight. You know, Bowers with the big home run, Bader with 3 hits. But Gleyber Torres had 3 RBIs, and he is your belt winner.
Belt winner.
Nice job from Mr. Torres. Alexander says, now that Judge is back, we should put DJ back in the leadoff spot. Now, DJ is going to be in there tomorrow. He had the night off, but there's a lefty pitching tomorrow. And I kind of agree with that. I think moving Volpe down to the number 9 spot could help. Obviously, he's struggling a little bit. He got a hit tonight, but it's his first hit in 3 or 4 games. He's hitting 205, 634 OPS. But the Yankees did have a lot of hits tonight. They had 10 hits. That's kind of unusual for them. Multi-hit games. You're seeing guys drive in runs, pick up hits with runners in scoring position. Now, this was the A's. We have to do this against the A's. We got no other choice. You can't call yourself a contender if you can't hit against the A's. So, obviously, we did what we needed to do the first 2 nights. You got to come back tomorrow. I believe the Yankees play at 12:30. Is that when first pitch is? I'll check on it real quick. First pitch is at 12:35, and Johnny Brito is pitching. He's got a 6.08 ERA, but he's pitching against Kyle Muller, who's got a 6.62 ERA. So it might be a real pitcher's duel tomorrow. We'll see. I got to say, the A's don't look like a Major League Baseball team. You can see why essentially nobody goes to those games. It's tough to watch, but right now the Yankees needed somebody like that. Landon Thompson says, don't look now, but Gleyber is getting hot. Parkson says Torres shouldn't get the belt, bad D, but he did have 3 RBIs. Bowers had 3 RBIs too, but Gleyber had a multi-hit game, and also he didn't make an error. You can't assume the double play. Yes, he botched the double play ball, but it didn't end up factoring really into the outcome of the game. So we're going to cut him some slack. Home run for the 2nd consecutive night. Also, Mr. Potato with some great news. Rays lose, Jays lose, Red Sox lose, Yankees win.
Excellent.
All right, I told you guys we were going to have some fun tonight. So I asked AI. I've been playing with some AI tools today, and then we'll look at the box score. But I asked AI to kind of take Derek Jeter's DNA and imagine his son in 20 years playing for the Yankees, and this is what it came up with. I just got to say, oh my God. Round of applause for the AI. That looks just like Derek Jeter. I mean, you can see the mouth, the eyes. I mean, that's crazy, the world we're living in now, or we're about to live in. Pretty soon you'll be able to do motion with all this stuff. Let's take a look. This was a Star Wars-inspired Aaron Judge. I thought this one was pretty funny. Judge, obviously a superhero in his own right, doesn't need any kind of lightsabers or anything like that, but I thought it was a pretty cool. And the newest versions of AI are getting really good at doing logos. Back in the day, you really couldn't do logos. It would jumble them up. And there's a couple in here that are still kind of jumbled, but you know, you can see this one came out good. I also made a vintage Aaron Judge, 1960 style. You see, it came with a really, really tiny baseball bat, so it's not perfect. I mean, that's one of those miniature bats they sell at the the team store or whatever. But I thought it was pretty funny. And then this is another classic Judge. In the Rain, kind of has that Mickey Mantle feel to it. Let's see here. This is a futuristic Yankee Stadium. I did one with a dome and one without a dome. I love the way the light comes through on this one. I think that would be just like a beautiful place to attend a game. And then here's one with a dome. So you got the see-through dome. That's pretty unique. Right on the edge of the river there. I also had it imagine a Yankees mascot based on Uncle Sam. And yeah, that's hideous and that's terrifying. And it terrified me to look at. So I asked it to create some. And look at the arm. That's some really terrifying, like robotic cyborg shit. I asked it to generate some less frightening ones, and this is what it came up with. Looks like the one in the upper left-hand corner is giving everybody the finger. So that's kind of cool. One on the bottom right looks like he should be working on Schrute Farms. And then this is Robo Judge celebrating a home run. You can see the messed up jersey logo there. But still pretty cool. You see the bat in the back. It's a nice bat flip. This is a futuristic Yankees podcast. This is my future podcast studio. Overlooking New York City. We've got a nice round table. We got screens everywhere. I thought that was super dope. And then the last one is Brian Cashman negotiating a trade.
Bing.
Love it. So anyway, that was a ton of fun. Let's take a look at the box score. One of the rare box scores we get to watch or get to look at. So Volpe 1 for 5, now hitting 205 on the season. Judge 0 for 3 when coming back. It's going to take him probably a couple of days to get his timing, but 840 OPS on the season still. Rizzo 2 for 5 tonight, creeping up towards 300. Torres, multi-hit game. He's obviously headed in the right direction. He looked bad for about a month and a half there. Well, I mean, you minus the first week of the season where he was unbelievable. So I guess about a month he's looked bad. Bader, 3 hits tonight. He's been unstoppable since coming back. 1.302 OPS. He's also got a couple of triples on the season, a couple of home runs. Bowers, 1 for 3, 934 OPS, despite hitting 167. Look at that weird. I mean, that's weird. And that's basically what Jason Dominguez has done over like 30 games at Double-A. Very odd. Cabrera, 0 for 3 tonight, hitting 198. Trevino, 0 for 3 tonight, hitting 218. And Hicks did not have an official at bat, though he did walk and reach base, hitting 153. We'll see if he's headed to the IL. You have to imagine they're going to be extra cautious with him. Might as well just put him right on the 60-day IL. Don't risk it. Kevin says, can your AI machine whip up a left fielder for us? Well, I'll tell you what, the way that Dominguez is swinging the bat right now, he's been heating up. Don't be surprised if in a couple of months he takes over. Oswaldo Cabrera, he had a couple of good days in a row, one against the Rays, and then I think one last night against the A's. He hit a home run. I think he had 2 hits. Tonight, he hit one to the warning track left-handed, just got under it. I thought he just missed it. Would not shock me if he's a little bit close to breaking out. I don't know if we're going to see him in there tomorrow. I would assume we do. Day game after a night game, you usually like to play the younger guys because they bounce back a little bit better. Don't even know if Judge is going to be out there in right field. He'll probably DH tomorrow. So that would, you'd imagine that'll get Bowers into the lineup in right field and Cabrera into the lineup in left field. But anyway, it sounds like we're going to see Donaldson pretty soon. Sounds like we're going to see Giancarlo Stanton about a week after that. But somebody says, do we have a 90-day IL? Yikes. And then UT says 120-day IL. Funny. Look, Donaldson apparently coming back, but he's got to ramp up. It's going to take him some time. Look, if he comes back and he can help us, I'm all for it. If he comes back and he struggles, he's going to have a very short leash because the Yankees got to have offense right now. And if he's not providing it, the Yankees are in a tough position because they got off to a tough start. So they're not going to have a lot of time to just wait around for him to get going. Sevy starting tomorrow. What? At 11 a.m. Oh, that's the AAA AAA game. Yeah, Scranton. So, he's rehabbing. I thought you meant in the major leagues, and I was like, I just lost my mind for a second. But yes, he is headed back to the Yankees soon. I don't know how many rehab starts he's going to make. I guess we'll find out an idea depending on how much he throws tomorrow. If he throws 5 innings, then yeah, we might see him sooner rather than later, but he'll probably throw like 2 or 3 innings to be more like, more on the path. And then next time out, he'll probably throw 5 innings, and then maybe you get him in the major leagues. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to get back to the big leagues because he's trying to earn a contract. He's a free agent coming up, and he wants to get paid. And you can only get paid if you're putting up numbers in the major leagues.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Drafty says, surprised by how well Schmidt has pitched. Edwin Hingis put Hicks on the career IL.
You gotta go,
You guys just keep getting longer. Canely, he's on the 60-day IL, so he can't come back until May 27th, but I've heard that he's feeling good and that he should be able to come back right around that time. He was on the Foul Territory podcast not too long ago, and he said that he's about ready to pitch. So I'd imagine we'll see him when the IL stint is over. We could use him because we're down Johnny Lasagna. Obviously, the bullpen's a little bit wiped out because we've had very short outings from our starters. Tonight, it was good to get 6 innings out of Schmidt. I considered him for the belt. I believe he got his first win of the season, so that's big. Nice job for Clark Schmidt. He is now 1-3 with a 5.35 ERA. He's got more strikeouts than innings pitched, 43 strikeouts and 35 1/3 innings pitched. But just not getting lefties out that are on good teams, unfortunately. Anyway. Let's see here. Elliot says, did you see what Sevy said about the Yankees and their relationship? I saw that he was complaining that they wouldn't let him get out there and pitch. He has been very vocal. I don't think that's great. You know, you want everybody kind of pulling in the same direction and putting their attention on the field. But in every season, there's little things, little personality things. I just finished Jack Curry's book today. By the way, excellent book, The 1998 Yankees. I finished the audio version, and he talks about a lot of the problems that team had, throughout the season that you just don't see behind the scenes. Tino Martinez had been struggling in the postseason before that big grand slam, and there were a lot of people hounding him because Mo Vaughn was going to be a free agent. And there were people hounding him saying, hey, are you going to get traded in the offseason so that the Yankees can sign Mo Vaughn? And Steinbrenner was kind of like, hey, I'm not going to commit either way. So, that's the type of thing that can drive a player. Jack Rebus says, any Rodon news? Have not heard anything in the last couple of days. Apparently he's supposed to get a cortisone shot early this week, and hopefully we'll have some news in the next, 3 or 4 days, how he's feeling. It takes a few days for the cortisone shot to kick in, and then he's got to pitch. He's got to throw a bullpen. He'll probably throw on flat ground first, and then a couple of days later he'll have a bullpen, and then he's going to have to face live hitters a couple of times, and then he's going to have to throw a sim game, and then he's going to have to work his way up and make 4 starts. 2 innings, 3 innings, 4 innings, 5 innings generally, and then he'll be ready. But that might not be till July or August, so I don't know. We'll see. Parks and Young says Abreu needs to go at some point. Too many walks. He definitely is walking the ballpark. Look, kid's got a great arm, but you got to have more than a great arm. You got to spot the baseball. Tim says Rodon got the shot today. I hadn't heard that, but that is good to hear. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining tonight. Glad we didn't have any technical difficulties this time so far. We got a new outro. I'll see you next time. Hey, everybody, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching and listening to the podcast. We appreciate your support, and we've got a few ways that you can help us continue to grow. First off, you know this, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps other passionate fans like you discover us and join the conversation. If you're active on social media, give us a follow on Twitter at NYY Recaps Derek and Instagram at NYY Recaps for in-game and post-game content. And if you want to take your support a step further, consider becoming a member to get your name featured in lights on each post-game show. And I try and put out occasional members-only videos. We're going to be doing more of that soon because we've got a significant amount of members now. And for all you Yankees fans out there, visit NYYRecaps.shop to snag some awesome merch for your favorite players. We've got hats, hoodies, mugs, coasters, artwork, you name it. Thanks again for tuning in. And if you want more content from Derek, that's me, the creator of this channel, check out my other channel, STREAMSKI. It's got content on things like UFOs, paranormal activity, all that kind of fun stuff. So check it out. I'll see you next time. Ball game over.
Most impressive.